name is Lindsay and I'm from the blog Books for Christian Girls, and this is a very special video. So before I get too far into this video though, I wanted to introduce myself just in case maybe you randomly stumbled upon this channel or this video, or it was linked to you from maybe another mom. My name is Lindsay, I'm a college student in Texas, but most importantly to me anyway, I run the blog Books for Christian Girls and have for nearly 5 years. Books for Christian Girls is a website dedicated to finding Christian books for Christian girls ages 9 to 19. But a special thing I think about BFCG is the content reviews. Every book that has been reviewed on BFCG, which is nearly 600 books as the time I'm filming this, has a content review. So all the spiritual content, all the negative content, the sexual content, anything anyone could find triggering or offensive has been listed in every review. So if you really don't want your preteen daughter hearing the word stupid, it's listed. How many times does this book and these characters say that word? It's listed. Some people may think I go overboard in the content listing, but as I say, keep in mind when reading a BFCG review, ignore the things that don't bother you, but take notice of the things that do. So for those who are brand new to this channel and watching me talk to this camera, I hope you enjoy this video. All the books I mentioned are fully reviewed on my blog, booksforchristiangirls.blogspot.com, so you can decide, is this a good book for me or my daughter or not? So the books I'll be talking about in this video are more for the preteen age of 9 to 12, though some of these might be better for the older girls of that age group or maybe the younger. I'll specify as I talk about each book or series. So I've got to start off this video with one of my own personal favorite series that I read when I was probably above the preteen age of 9 to 12. But I still really loved it, and it still has very special memories to me, and that's the Camp Club Girls series by various authors. And this series follows these 6 main girls as they all interact, and you always see 2 of the girls in each book. And it's mysteries, and they are filled with faith content, and it's a pretty diverse cast, so I truly appreciate that because I don't see that too much. This series is actually out of print. So I hesitate to mention this one so much in my videos, but it is such a good series. It is mysteries, and there's a ton of spiritual faith content. Like I said though, the series is going out of print, or is out of print, which is a major sad face, not gonna lie y'all. I have found it pretty easy though to find the 3-in-1 collections of this series. So this is book 1, 2, and 3 all in one nice bound copy. So it might be easier and more cost effective to try to find these than the singles, but regardless it's the same story and they are absolutely wonderful. There are currently 18 books in this series, and since it is out of print, we probably won't be getting any more unless maybe the publisher just notices so many people are raving about them, they'll bring them back. I have hope, y'all. I have hope. There are another 3 or 4 books that were supposed to come out, so you'll see those on like Paperback Swap and Amazon, but I've never seen copies of those, so I'm not sure, maybe those didn't actually happen. This next series I'm going to mention is probably more for the older girls of the preteen spectrum, and possibly those who went to public school might enjoy it more, but it's the Samantha Sanderson series by Robin Caroll. It's part of the Faith Girls lines. I'll mention about another Faith Girl book here in a bit. This series is again mysteries. That's a pretty common thread I see for the preteens in the Christian genre, is mysteries. This series follows our main girl Samantha, Sam, and she wants to be a reporter, so she's constantly looking for a story just like her journalist mother does, and her father is a police officer, so she has a little bit of an in with the criminal justice field, which is truly interesting. And honestly, this is a 4-book series that I have absolutely enjoyed, and I would love to see the author take Samantha and write a series about her when she's grown. I think that would be absolutely fascinating. But for the time, there's 4 books in this series, and I truly can see many girls enjoying this series. This first book is Samantha Sanderson at the Movies by Robin Caroll. So for our girls who like fantasy or more Narnia type stuff, we have Alison and the Creatures of Torone by C.J. Darlington. This one does deal a bit more with the fighting kind of stuff because it is somewhat a good versus evil and set in another realm, you know, like most fantasies. And there's talking fantasy animals, but it's not really magic per se. I have the full content review on Books for Christian Girls, which all of the books I'll be talking about, the reviews will be linked down below so you can go check out and see yay or nay about these books. So this follows our main girl, Alison, and she has just been transported into this crazy world, and there's talking fantasy animals, and she's kind of like, what is happening? But at the same time, she's so for it. But this book was really entertaining, and it moved quickly. It's very action-based. This probably would be a good introduction for girls who maybe haven't read Christian fiction before, and they've just read more of the secular side of fiction. But for our mamas out there, if you want to get them into it, you might see about this one if this one piques their interest. So it's a really interesting read, and I would love to see a book 2, but right now we just have Alison, Henry, and the Creatures of Torone. For our horse-loving girls, we have the Horses and Friends series by Miralee Ferrell. The first book is titled A Horse for Kate. There are actually 5 books in this series, but I have only read these 4. I have not read the 5th book yet. This series follows Kate and her friends and all the horse troubles and issues they have to go through. It's a really sweet series, and it also has a bit of action and mystery in each one, so it's very entertaining, especially for those who like horses. A series you will hear me mention in every monthly wrap-up video on this channel is the Mandie series by Lois, Gladys, Leppard. I have been on the challenge to review one of those Mandie books a month, and we've been doing really good, and we're strong, and we're almost at the end of it, which is bittersweet. But I have absolutely adored rereading this series. I actually read this series when I was in the target age of a preteen the first time. So there are 40 books in this series, or you can have the 11 bound collections. I will say it is more easy and cost effective to buy and find the collections than the single books, because I just finished my single book collection after almost a year of trying to find them all. Libraries normally carry these because they are such a classic series. So this series is set in the very early 1900s. Mandie is our main girl in this, and in every book there is a mystery, there is faith content, and she has to pray a certain scripture when she gets in danger. There is nothing truly scary about this series for those worried. It is a very lighthearted, and you see Mandie grow all throughout the 40 books, so it's very special and precious. I will say there are 3 movies based off of the Mandie books. They're horribly inaccurate though. I'm just going to lay that right there. I mean, they're fun as long as you've read the first book, so you can point out all the imperfections to everyone else watching. I'm not saying I've done that. Actually, yes I am. I've done that many times. So the first book in this series is Mandie and the Secret Tunnel by Lois, Gladys, Leppard. So the last book I'll be mentioning in this first episode of this new series is Riley May and the Rock Shocker Trek by Jill Osborne. Again, I read this series when I wasn't a preteen, but I absolutely adored this first book, and the book 2 and 3 are quite wonderful as well. I personally though gave this book 5 stars. And once you venture around my site and you see my videos, I don't give 5 stars easy at all. But this series is a contemporary action-adventure series. They go on tons of adventures, there's lots of faith content, and it's really such a good series. So that's all the books I'll be mentioning in this video today, but this, like I said, is just kind of episode 1 of a new series that the episodes will be posted whenever, so you are welcome to follow us on Facebook or subscribe to this channel to be notified when we post, and then you'll definitely be notified of when we post episode 2 of Favorite Books for Preteen Girls. So like I said in the beginning, all the content reviews of all these books I talked about are linked in the description below, but you also can go to booksforchristiangirls.blogspot.com and scroll over the genre page and click down to preteens, or do the select an age. It's all pretty straightforward and simple on there, but if you have any questions about these books or anything else, feel free to let me know in the comments below or message me on any of our social media sites. So that's it for this video today. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you just added more books to your TBR. I'm Lindsey from the blog booksforchristiangirls.blogspot.com, where I post a new review every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I have a new video on this channel every Thursday, and I'm on Instagram every other day. Bye, y'all!